Hello everyone, welcome once again to the Seven Oaks Open presented by First Class Renovations. We've got back nine action coming to you from the Seven Oaks Gold layout here in Nashville, Tennessee. Once again, I am Felix.
And I am Conrad.
Conrad, we saw some swings for sure on the front nine. We're here for the back nine here at the Seven Oaks Gold.
The thing about the back nine that I'm getting excited for is the back nine exclusive holes to the gold layout. So we have a few holes that you won't be able to play in other layouts, but these guys will.
Yeah.
Hole 10, par 4, 640 feet, aka Milo McIver Jr., which you'll appreciate more as we approach the green. This is a combination of two holes on the normal layout. There's an out-of-bounds creek on the entire right side and in front of the green. Coming in as the seventh hardest hole, right at 4.3. A difficult but rewarding birdie.
Yeah, this is a very interesting hole. It gives you a little bit of everything. You got to get out of the woods, get into the open, got to
get back in the woods.
Navigate some OB, get back into the woods, into the rocks, and even the putts aren't just gimmies because they are on a sloping rock green.
Yeah, there's also the out of bounds, which is hard to find long on this hole, which tapers off and protects hole 2 that runs adjacent to this hole as well. But initially, yeah, you're just trying to get out of this gap and out into the open. It also did start raining at this point, so we're going to see how these guys are able to deal with some of the moisture that they're going to be having their way here.
Oh, now I realize the long that you're talking about is long off the tee.
Right.
For the OB.
That is a laser.
I was going to say there is OB long on the green, but that's really hard to get to. That's up by the parking lot.
Yeah.
Okay, we're just trying to get back into play, so he has a angle of approach to save a par.
Yeah, get some flare back towards the middle there. Justin, a little inside of the 300-foot marker.
Okay, hopefully that's what he was going for.
Yeah. Snappy here in the best position, I think, out of the 4 drives, and he's flicking a forehand right towards the big gap.
And he's inside.
He has made it across, so he will have that left for his birdie look. That may be too inside. And he's actually settled just short of the out of bounds by that quadruple tree there. Oh no.
Early too. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can see the rain starting to fall. And I don't care what you say, even if your disc isn't wet, it's still affecting you. That's a good bid, and it stays.
Yes, this slope on the screen can carry your disc, even though you've got the railroad ties there.
Yeah, it's rocks and not grass, so there's still not a lot of catchability. It can still slide away or roll away, definitely if it catches edge.
Yeah, these guys are playing it pretty safe here. Snappy. Ooh. Just a touch low for the birdie look there, but
just one chain link would have been good. Walking away with a par. Really didn't lose anything on this hole. I think there's going to be a ton of birdies. As the reservoir card is tapping in for pars or worse.
Yeah, just the one bogey there for the card. That's just pars across the board. Pretty common for this hole.
Yep, so didn't lose much. He still would have liked to have been back to even, though, I can tell you that, just from
absolutely
being a disc golfer.
Hole 11, par 4, 507 feet. It starts with a tight uphill tunnel shot, but once you get up the hill, you want to get as left as you can to access the second fairway of the hole, which leads up to a very well guarded green. This hole coming in as the 4th hardest, right at 4.7.
Dr. John is taking some of my airtime talking since he's doing such a good job describing the holes here.
Yeah, you need to get left, get left, get left, get left is what you want to do here.
Yeah.
Like that.
And
And our camera guy kicked it for him a little bit forward.
don't say that because they'll believe it. They will believe it. That looks good. Yeah.
If you want to be perfect,
Yeah.
that looks good.
Because it was going left, but and forward. That's the two things you want.
Yeah.
It looks a little early, but yeah.
Late kick pushes him back.
Puts him back to the fairway.
Justin here from the right side, so he's going to have to flex something if he wants to get a little bit more forward movement there. And gets a tree kick.
Hit something, yeah.
Yeah, that high ceiling kind of clipped him early.
So David's definitely going for position here. Ooh. Don't know if he was trying to split that tree or go around it, but neither happened. Man, that disc looks overstable.
He threw it on an angle.
Yeah, like it was going to come back, yeah.
And
well, whatever it was worked out.
Absolutely. I don't question it. When Logan breaks out a forehand, I'm just like, all right, let's see it.
We should caption his forehands though with "Don't try this at home." That'll give him a kind of a look.
Yeah, it's an uphill look, but there's also a bit of a downslope behind the basket.
Luckily, the downslope behind the basket is not as severe as the one in front of it. Although, from appearances from down the hill, you wouldn't know that. That is rough over there.
Yeah, it's very thick on the left-hand side of that pin there. Snappy in prime position after his drive. Turning one over.
Oh, no.
And got clipped down.
Yeah, cut down early. He still has a look.
He'll have that uphill look there that we just talked about.
Yeah, this is what you don't want to see. It's like he's down on a knee and trying to do a roller through a low gap.
And he's only 50 feet from the pin, and he's having to do that.
Yeah.
So that just gives you an idea of how bad it is over there.
That was a run. That was a run for sure. That's the scary thing about his putt, though, is like if he misses, how far is it going to go and if it's going to roll, especially with that downslope. Is that rain that I just hear?
It is pouring at this point. And what a putt from Snappy Cole, taking advantage of that amazing drive, knocking it in from downhill. Just centers it right there. Beautifully done for Snappy. Justin still with some work to do here. Oh my goodness.
It looked like that cut through on the left side, but it was
great
a valued
there.
effort. Yeah, Logan with a good birdie there.
If you haven't watched the front nine, go back and just see the type of bad luck and just heartbreak that Justin's had to deal with on these baskets already. Like it probably feels like he's played 3 rounds. From all the different putts that he's had to... Oh
my
no.
Goodness. Just... He doesn't know what to do. I don't know what to do either. I'm just at a loss.
There are the scores. I don't know what to say. That's wow. Big thank you to our Patreon community. Check us out at patreon.com/AceRunPro. You get early access, you get exclusive access, monthly and quarterly giveaways, podcasts. We do a lot for our Patreon community, and they do a lot for us. Check us out, starting at $3 a month.
Always think you're about to say it. And thank you, Ace Run Pro.
Hole 12, downhill par 3, 328 feet. The biggest challenge here is the low ceiling. Coming in as the 10th hardest hole, right at 3 1/4, Out of Bounds Creek and beyond. I'd like to give a shout out again to my friend and co-tournament director, Michael McDaniel. Without him, this tournament and Seven Oaks as a whole would not be what it is without him. So thank you, Mike. You're the best.
I need some feedback from the viewers on the little 150 and 300 markers on the drone flyover. If we're liking those, if they're in your way, if they're not adding value, or if we need to put one every 50 feet, just whatever. Just,
yeah, let us know. We did get some positive feedback from when we did it at Champions Cup for it. So those are just markers to kind of let you know where the landing zones are when you're 300 feet or 150 left to the basket.
Yeah.
Just we're trying to add just a little bit more visual quality for you.
Yeah, a little perspective on it. So.
A little bit right side, but there's a little bit of an alley there.
Yeah, it's clean over there until it lands. Snappy hit something left early, and then the railroad ties just decided to. There's like 101,000 railroad ties at this course.
Yeah, it is by far the most amount of rail ties I've ever seen at a course. They are everywhere.
Not at a course. Even when I go to the railroad track, I don't see this many railroad ties.
There are a lot.
But they had a sale and just.
Hey, we'll take them all.
Yep.
PA4 on the way for Justin. That is a perfect approach.
Yes. That's the type of putt that he wants right there. That's the type of putt that he's yearning for.
No chains needed. Just put it right in the basket.
Yeah.
And David Harless continues to show that buttery soft touch around the greens. Snappy with this left for his par. Yes, sir.
Ooh, for a second, I thought it was going to stay too high.
Yeah.
But it's going downhill, so it worked its way into the basket.
It's a downhill shot, but the ceiling kind of matches it, so it forces you to throw something straight and strong, and that's a bad reaction.
Is it going to stop? Oh, no, it's still rolling. Curl up? Okay. All right, yeah, because there's OB down there. I think that creek is OB. I'm not sure now.
It is, yes. Yes, sir.
There you go.
Dropping it in there is Logan for the par. And we'll see more of the same from the rest of the card here to finish out hole 12. So through 12 holes, Logan Bauer still remaining at 5 down as we approach the par 4, hole 13.
Hole 13, par 4, 491 feet. Out of Bounds Creek and right on the first half of the hole. The hole demands a very specific landing zone unless you want to challenge the creek to get across it. Whichever you choose, you have to shoot up the hill through this new fairway that we cut out of the woods last year to this very well guarded green. This hole is the hardest hole on this gold layout, averaging 4.9.
Ooh, still raining.
Yeah, the rain has gotten more aggressive as we move on to a more aggressive hole. Logan does not like this out of his hands.
And
he actually hit a rock, and I believe he has stayed safe.
Oh, that slowed that disc down.
Snappy, however, not so fortunate.
Oh, wow.
You can see there he is under that log, and right behind them, that clear disc that you saw for a second, there was Logan. So they're right next to each other.
So David makes it across.
Justin playing the more straight shot to just give him a centered look for the second shot up the gut here.
Yep, and it looks like he fell a little short of the big opening, so he's going to have to try to turn something over here.
And that actually went to the right side and just kind of got gobbled up there on the right side. I don't know if Logan gets a fresh haircut every time he knows he's going to be on coverage, but every time we've seen him, he's just looking sharp.
All right, let's see how stable this disc is.
Fights back, but it's workable.
Yeah.
It's probably an old Firebird he's beating.
It's probably really stable to the rest of us.
Yeah. But nonetheless, he's up there for a birdie look. Snappy after going out of bounds with a beautiful, soft left to right moving shot.
Everything. I can't tell from here, but it looks like he's inside the circle for a nice little putt. Oh. Wet hands.
Yeah.
Wet hands.
Yeah, now he's just kind of having to
pitch his way.
Just kind of plug away on the hole there to get up towards the green, and there you see what.
That's where they put all the trash from where they cleared out the hole.
Yeah.
He found the trash can.
Just more tough luck for Justin. This is it's getting a little ridiculous. And he's still in there.
Wow. Yeah.
Beautiful touch once again for David Harless.
That was definitely a good bid. He was wanting that to go in. Just like this wants to go in.
Oh, wow. And right on top. Snappy with a fantastic par save after going out of bounds on the drive.
Yeah.
But now he can't get the disc out of the basket. And Logan with a fantastic birdie on the hardest hole on the course. Made it look so routine.
He did.
Took advantage of the fortunate break he got on the drive staying inbounds.
Yeah. Because he did not like it initially out of his hand.
Yeah.
And Justin and David are going to walk off with a bogey here.
I've never seen somebody pick their putter up like that. Just spreading his fingers out and lifting it up like a reverse claw game at an arcade.
You know why? Because no one else's hands are that big.
Yeah.
You know how big your hands got to be to do that?
We are out of the woods and into the open for the final 5 holes on this Seven Oaks Gold layout. This is hole 14, par 3 to this elevated pin. The hole is flanked by 2 roads, which play as out of bounds and beyond. This hole coming in as the second easiest on the layout at 3.05.
I smirk when he says the second easiest because when we were playing around, I don't know how many I threw OB. Just trying to find the sweet spot.
Stop. Okay, it does. Yeah, maybe. I'm surprised it was still playing that easy with the conditions as they are. Snappy, it's just getting wind bounces left and right on that shot.
That was ballsy just to throw it up that high and that much wind. Whoa.
Wide right.
Come back.
And the camera never saw it. It stayed right the entire time and out of bounds. A more of a straight line approach here from Justin. Lower.
Yeah.
Needs to grab. And it does.
Yeah. I still don't know what to throw at this hole.
Yeah, so having to re-tee here is David.
Oh, yeah, because he never
really crossed over.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful second shot.
Mm-hmm. Still a scary putt. Well, every putt on this hole seems to be a scary putt. The elevated basket.
Logan zipping one up there to leave him that for par.
Hey, I think that was Logan's upshot.
It was.
I didn't know he could throw him.
Well, he still had some pace behind it.
Oh. Yep. And that's the thing with the elevated basket.
Back nine kind of getting the better of David so far. Ooh, just tickling the bottom of the cage there. This pin is elevated, and if you're down there, it just looks like it's
in the sky.
40 feet in the air, yeah.
And this is what can happen.
Oh, no.
Hopefully that settle before you get down to the bottom. But like you're praying for not an air ball, but if you hit something, you can still end up in trouble. So it's just like he was still going for it.
Did he hit the lock? Couldn't tell what that hit.
It was either the pole or the lock. I don't know. But you say hit the lock. That's a high lock. So
I know, yeah. Couple of pars there for Justin and Logan. Slippery discs. A par for Snappy, and unfortunately, I've lost count of what David's going to take here.
I want to say it's going to be a
Ooh, quad.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking that. Wow. Oh, yeah, forgot about the OB stroke.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, that one really ate his lunch. Logan's still enjoying this lead that he has built for himself.
Fun fact about Seven Oaks, we're about a quarter mile from the Nashville airport at this part of the park, which did not permit the drone to take off. This is a par 4, 544 feet, out of bounds baseball field, road, and long. If you have 470 feet, you can play for the eagle. Otherwise, the smart play is to lay up short of the road and take your easy birdie. This coming in as the 5th easiest hole in the gold layout at 4.1.
So you definitely don't want to take the path
of the drunken drone walk. We apologize for that. Just walking with a GoPro and trying to mimic a line that the drone does is not easy. It's apparently harder than we thought it was going to be, but a little bit of a early release there for Snappy, but
still makes it over, and
he's just fine.
In the landing zone, yeah.
Most of these guys are cutting across the baseball field here, which just kind of shortens your initial shot and leaves you a much better approach for your second to try to get the birdie. These are all pretty ideal here. You don't want to push too much. You can easily find the road on your drive here if you're not careful. That's
and
really
also,
inside.
If you're not careful, you can find that telephone line. When we were playing, the guy says, "Oh, did that go too far?"
And that's gone too far. He took the inside line, and that's out of bounds.
Yeah. See, I was the only person that he ever saw hit the telephone line on that hole.
Forehand approach coming in, and that's a good shot there from the drop zone. Kind of rolled a little bit towards the right. Snappy with a more direct hyzer line to its settle, and the wet grass gathers that one up and doesn't allow it to skip out of bounds for him. That's the tricky part of this green here on not so rainy day. You can skip left and find yourself in the parking lot on these approaches.
Yeah.
Beautiful touch there. Almost threw it in.
Mm-hmm. I don't blame him if I'm missing the ones that close. So I was going for the flare.
Road skip.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm missing the closest, might well try to bring up the 100-footers.
Throw them in. And David here trying to avoid another bogey.
The right line just a little bit short.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's going to be another stroke over par. Logan
just a little low.
Yeah, he had the ante around that tree there in front of him.
Yeah.
Just didn't quite turn it enough and give it enough height. Justin, beautiful putt.
And even for that one, I was just...
Yeah. It looks like he's, at this point, he's just like, well, I have to just putt at it with my putt and just kind of trust it.
Yeah.
Because he's gone back to... He hasn't adjusted or slowed it down or flattened it. It looks more like his regular putt.
Yeah. Still on hyzer going in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what Logan was just telling me. Stay on hyzer going in.
Good birdie there for Snappy. Fortunate bogey for David and Logan with the par.
Logan and Snappy both keeping it clean for the beginning of the back nine.
We've got a fun par 4 coming up.
Hole 16, par 4, 697 feet. These last 5 open holes are not usually part of the normal Seven Oaks Park here, but we've incorporated them into this gold layout. This is a 2-shot par 4 with OB road and beyond on the right side. That's really the only trouble you can get into here, but there's some trees in the middle of the fairway that can obscure your second shot. A rewarding birdie if you can get it coming down the stretch.
So another challenging hole here with the wall of trees in the middle that you want to somehow get through or get around. Oh, I thought he was going to get through.
That might have helped because I was going left.
Oh, yeah.
It might have gotten into that junk there on the left-hand side.
What junk? I didn't see it in the drone. Flower.
Nah, you don't need to see any of that stuff. This looks fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Late
Keep
flip
going.
up, pushing forward. He's found
Is he in the not the ditch,
that
but
spillway.
Yeah.
Looks like it.
That's gonna be perfect footing for with it being wet.
This looks great too. Is it going to stay short of it?
Oh, jumped
Just past
over.
it.
All right. That's where you want to be right there. Not in it for sure.
And he's on flat ground.
Mm-hmm.
Clear of the trees. Looked like he caught something there on his drive. His feet got caught or slipped or something on the tee. It is natural tee pads. And with the rain, that just makes it so much harder.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh.
Going over the top, but straight down.
I heard two hits there, and then it just disappeared. I didn't know what happened to it, but it came down. Snappy should have a fairly easy line at it. Oh, he took that route. That was going over the OB, trying to come back into it. Okay.
Those are tornado sirens that you hear in the background, but fear not. It is just a monthly test. We did have tornado warnings the day before Tornado Watch. Oh, that's wide.
Is it stable enough to... Oh, no, jumped in there. And that's not marked OB, right? That's just hazard. I mean, not hazard, but just natural rough.
Yeah, it's just... Once you're in there, good luck.
Oh, that's nice.
Beautiful shade to that forehand by David Harless.
Oh, yeah. Inside the circle, too. Yes, let's go. Snappy. Oh.
Good approach there, little half bid.
Yep. That's not a half bid.
Oh, my goodness. Tell you, he doesn't know the meaning of the word layup.
No.
I love it. I wish I could be that aggressive all the time.
You can.
You know what?
Ooh, corner pocket.
Maybe I can be. Maybe you're right.
Yeah. Do it. If you see the basket, go for it.
Yeah.
Like this. He's about to go for it. This is all sin. All go.
No breaks. Just over the top. Ninja in the trees. Trying to make the putt.
There it is.
Makes the comeback.
See, that's what you make the comeback, so you can just go for it.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. No, I'm trying to encourage you to do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm still nervous over every one of Justin's putts. All right.
Center.
Yeah, but we know.
Mm-hmm. That means nothing.
And there's hole 16 in the books.
Logan running away with the card so far. I get a laugh with that Chris Dickerson kick every time.
Hole 17, the other par 5 on this layout, 989 feet. Gap shot to get into this open field, setting yourself up for a low ceiling second shot. There, the magic of editing, getting back to the drone flight. This hole coming in as the 6th hardest, 5.3 average. A really challenging par 5 onto this island green. Road is out of bounds.
That was so seamless.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about editing. That was all one
take,
one shot.
Ooh.
That kiss helped.
I don't think it was a kiss. I just think he touched the leaf.
Yeah, he is right in the middle.
Yeah. That's just obviously that's a line, but that's not a line that I expect anyone to take. This is more the line I expect to take. Oh, well, his stayed up there. I thought his was going to fade out.
Yeah, it's either you need to push straight and then keep it straight, or you get in trouble on the left-hand side like this.
Like that, yeah.
And he gets a friendly little rollout. Or if you don't have the arm to kind of get all the way down to that lower area, then you kind of stay high right and give yourself a little bit of a better look.
Whoa.
This is not...
That's
too right.
Whoa. Is it going to...
It is
I don't
in
even
the
think it had a
baseball
way
field.
to come back in.
Yeah, that's out of bounds on the baseball field. And now he's also pinned up against this fence line here for his next shot, which can't be comfortable. And kind of shortened the swing a bit, but this is smashed up the middle.
Yeah. As long as it stays out of the tall grass.
He'll be okay there.
And it does.
Justin running slightly downhill on some wet grass, throwing a turnover flex line.
Stays turned over, comes into a thrower, and... Well...
Stop?
Well, okay. Had he been playing that round solo, that would have been a lost disc.
Yes. We actually were all looking for that for quite a while before we found it. Forehand roller here from Logan.
It's going to curl up early, hopefully. It's not where he wants to be, not over in those trees. There's a lot of fairway on this hole that you would rather be in instead of the trees.
Snappy playing it smart right up the middle. The forehand.
Stand right in the open, giving him options for ways to attack. All right, David.
That's a stable disc.
It is. Wow.
Gets him a good result.
Yeah, he's going to have a look.
Oh, that looks nose up.
And maybe too stable for... Or the nose up and not no ante on it.
He just meant to throw it flatter.
Yeah. More like that.
Snappy's still a little short.
Skip up and be inside the circle, but it stayed on the hill, on the back side of the hill. See what Justin has to come up with. Oh, come on. Okay. That's a scary shot for me just because you have to cross OB and then hopefully not go back into OB. Well played. I thought he was going to find a way to run it. Just low.
That's the little Justin Bunnell stepper that we've seen a bit, so he was trying to give that a legitimate run there.
Yeah. Another one just low.
Snappy's had a few of those this round.
All right, David. Oh.
See the wind starting to pick up a bit there, rustling the trees.
Some par tap ins. And David taking the sole bogey on this hole.
Shout out to Harper Thompson, who actually threed this hole last year. He had to drop out of the tournament this year due to some unfortunate personal circumstances.
Hole 18, par 4, 533. You can smash one through the gap to give yourself a short upshot, but you do not want to be left. Some of the most punishing stuff on the whole property. Guys, thank you again for tuning into this coverage made possible by Donnie Wicks and First Class Renovations. Thank you to Ace Run for doing the coverage. We hope you enjoyed this professional version of Seven Oaks.
So the drone didn't show quite the complication off the tee box because you do have this gap that you can go through, which is what Snappy did, a little low. So he's going to leave him a little distance away, but he'll still be able to scramble for a birdie look. This is more traditionally what you'll see. It's the squirrel in the middle of the fairway. Ooh.
Oh no.
I think he was trying to stretch that one out and just missed the gap. Oh,
and this gets kicked
I was going to say he missed the gap, but he did not get kicked left. David got kicked left and back, which I don't know if it's better than being in that stuff or not.
Nope.
But
you'll see.
but being on the left is very punishing.
He's over by a hole that I don't think plays on this property. I think they just store baskets over there. That's a big forehand, but it stays turned.
Yeah, so he's in the stuff that we're sitting here talking about.
So yeah, there's that basket.
What?
Oh, that's the basket to that par 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
To hole 11. What? And
that's
the straightest roller
Yep.
that he's ever thrown.
Yep.
With the most stable disc trying to turn.
So he's back down the hill, back on the previous fairway, almost.
Yeah.
Or pretty much. And now has a blind turnover.
Was he going with another roller? Or?
No, it was more of a stable disc and just kind of landed on angle. But it stayed out of the junk, thankfully.
Yeah. That tree that you see on the right side of the screen that's half dead, half alive, that's what you're really aiming for. Not that one, but this one. Oh, I don't know what that's like right there. I'm assuming it's a continuation of that.
It's not as bad as the stuff that David's throwing near now, but it's just annoying.
Yeah,
because it gets in the way of your swing path on your putt.
And it's thorny in there. I remember there being just like, I didn't go in for your disc. I pointed it to it, but I didn't want to go in for it.
Meanwhile, we finally get to Justin's drive.
And that looks just about perfect if it settles. Oh, yeah.
Outstanding.
Yes.
Logan trying to find the way to get up and down here.
And I think he found a way.
Man, those forehands of his, they are magical.
Yeah. And from the bushes.
Again, that's, you can just see, like we were talking about, it just affects your ability to make a clean putt or to even take what would normally be your everyday putt and stroke. Great putt there.
All right, David.
Justin with a birdie look. Yes, sir.
Man. Oh, thank you.
Not the round he was looking for.
Really not the round he deserved.
Yeah.
I mean.
But he battled back on the back nine, taking hopefully some momentum going into the second round there. Because this is a one-day, two-round event. There you see Logan Bowers at 6 down. He will be your leader heading into the second round. Again, a big thank you to everyone for making this possible, to our TD, Dr. John, the entire crew for the immaculate work on this course, getting it ready. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and we will see you on the back nine for the Seven Oaks Open.
No, round 2.
We'll see you in round 2. Even better.